Hello, I'm doing a random video of my sketchbook. This is not really a full sketchbook, but I have been using this to make or plan out my animatics. Ignore this page. This was a scrap comic. I was looking through this earlier because I had just finished the recent animatic I was working on. Sorry if I start coughing. I just got over a cold and I have a cough drop. But if I start coughing, ignore that. I have a few animatics. Some of them are probably I'm not going to finish because either they're too time consuming or motivation. But I guess I can start with this one. This one's actually halfway completed. And I actually uploaded the first half, but it's unlisted. But I might link it in the description anyways, because that took me a long time to do. And I don't know, maybe I might finish it. I don't know, but it's based off the Disassemble Vanny ending. But I was gonna have my own twist to it, sort of. Not really, I don't know. There's this one, there are these one panels where Freddy was trying to it's well done, and then Gregory zaps him in the face on accident. I thought that was really funny. That was gonna be my favorite part of that, but maybe I'll finish it eventually, but maybe I won't. It depends on how I feel. As you can see, there are a lot of pages, a lot of them. So this is the Yellow Brick Road animatic, which is the one where it's very angsty. Yep. Not much changed from it. It's short. It was 30 seconds long. So there's not that many panels. I don't even know what time I drew this. I think it was 12 o'clock at night. And I was listening to Elton John and that song came on and I was listening to it. I'm like, wait a minute. And so I sketched this out. And then I think it was the next day I was I just started drawing it, and it was just a animatic I threw together just randomly. But yeah, this heartbreaking. But it's still good angst. And then I don't even know how long after this animatic I decided to do the Tornado by Owl City. What's interesting is that I started to do it and then it just cuts out. I did not finish the thumbnailing process because I think at some point I just kind of got the vision and I just gave up. I was like, you know what, we're not. Plus I was running out of space. No, I was not running out of space. I think I was just too lazy to actually complete it. As you can see, it cuts off around when Mimic, Burn Trap, wherever the hell he is, comes out of his little canister. And of course the lyrics are still there. It's all just blank. So I kind of wung it at the end, technically. But yeah, that's the Tornado animatic. What's funny is the fact that I drew these in pen. I've gotten better at drawing in pen, so it's if I make a mistake, then oh well. Because as you can see, I there's markings and stuff. It's a whole thing. This one, I just decided to not do because it's a lot to figure out and coordinate and also draw. It's supposed to be The Greatest Show, which is from The Greatest Showman, which is the beginning song. I literally got the audio from the movie and also mixed it with the actual soundtrack version because of course this is the opening, and in the movie version it cuts out and he's just singing by himself, and I was gonna have that and just have Freddy kind of just wake up in his green room. I don't know, it's hard to describe, but I had the song edited in a way where it transitioned into the original song into the movie version at the end, where it all just kind of fades out. It was gonna be a whole thing. I don't even know when I drew this one. I wish I put dates on these. It was gonna be really cool and really self-indulgent. Cause I don't know, I imagined It's the Greatest Showman. What do you want from me? It's the Greatest Show. Glam rocks. I don't know. Most of these had like some sort of meaning behind them. I know there's like certain details that would have definitely would have taken a lot of time to like animate. Like apparently Monty was supposed to roll his eye here, and there's like the Roxy and Chic are singing together, Monty and Freddy interacting. You know, just there's a lot of detail in that. Also, like they were supposed to be stomping. Too detailed, too much going on. I can see why I didn't do this one. I still want to do it, but just not right now. That's a lot. It's a lot of details. Oh my god, he's holding Gregory's fast watch. Okay, so like in these last few panels, and Freddy is disassociating. The Pizzaplex is on fire, as you can tell, and he's holding Gregory's fast watch. But then he wakes up in the green room, and that's where it ends, and that's like the start of security breach. I don't know where I was going with that, but also, oh, another thing too is that, like I was gonna have it rotate, like in the movie when I forgot his name, Hugh Jackman character is like the camera like spins around him and he's like singing. It was gonna be like that. It was gonna be so cool, and then like I said, it's very detailed and very intricate, and I can see why I did not start that one. So this is following the Our Love Is God animatic, where I was just like, teehee yandere Freddy. And so I was like, oh my god, JD. Oh my god, what if he sings the latter half of Meant to Be Yours? I don't even know where to start with this. Once again, it's all in pen. So you know how I was. I think it was one of those nights where I had the idea and I started scribbling. I don't know. I think the pen started to die towards the end. I think. Anyways. So, like, the panels are so messy. They're so messy. So this panel right here was supposed to be this panel. Since I drew it in pen, I just had to improvise. So technically this is the second panel. So it was supposed to be Freddy setting the fucking, I don't know what room it is, on fire. Because one of the lyrics is, we'll watch the smoke pour out the doors. Bring marshmallows, we'll make s'mores. We can smile and cuddle while the fire roars. You know? And it leads into the, I was meant to be yours. You know? And then, oh my god, it's so intense. I know it's like, Freddy is not like this, but for my weird idea of him being a yandere and basically just acting like JD, because JD, I forgot which singer it was, there's two versions of Meant to Be Yours that I listened to. In both versions, they are screaming, and they're very intense and passionate. And I still picture Freddy as both of them, as both versions. Like, of course, there's the original version, and then there's the version that sounds like Markiplier. You know the version. But yeah, basically Freddy sets something on fire, and he runs up to the reader, Y/N, and he's like chasing them because they run away from him because he's a fucking psycho. And so they get into a closet or something, and I think it's Moon. That's supposed to be Moon. Moon's in the same room with them, and so they have to think quickly before Freddy like breaks down the door to get them. And Y/N makes the decision, like Veronica in the musical. I'm not gonna try. Okay, well, if you've seen Heathers, you know Veronica kind of tries to. She pretends to herself. So Freddy is like trying to, like, you know, singing the lyric. I'm not singing it because I'm still sick. But yeah, he's like, I can set you free, Veronica, don't make me come in there. And then he breaks down the door basically and finds Y/N dead. Moon is like pretending to like had killed him or whatever. I don't know. Moon was involved. I don't know why Moon was involved, but it's kind of funny. Basically, why like Moon and Y/N are just kind of like, we're gonna pretend that I killed you. I'm gonna pretend that I killed you, and that's that. And Moon whisked them away or something. I don't know. But Freddy's like, oh my god, they're dead. I don't even think I finished it. Yeah, 'cause the next page is the animatic that I was. It's another animatic. But yeah, this one was very interesting. And I don't know. Once again, it was very self-indulgent, like the Our Love Is God one. I watched that one this morning because it had been a while. I was just like, damn, what was I on? I'm making Glam Rock Freddy content for people that are hungry for it, like me. You're welcome. I'm thinking of things that none of y'all would have thought of. All right. Okay, so this one I'm not going to discuss too much in detail, but as you can see, it's a Lofi song. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna show it. Maybe. I'm gonna skip over it. And of course, we have the current animatic that I had just completed, which was like the beginning of this month. Or last month, depending on when this video comes out. And this one's not in pen. It's not in pen. What can I even say about this? If you watch the animatic, it's basically just, it's pretty much almost one-to-one to those sketches. Or it's just really hard to see because the thing is with the pen, at least you can see it, but with the pencil. I think with the pencil, I was like, I don't want to mess this up. I want to be able to erase. Let me turn my light on. I guess it's better, but you can see my shadow. Like I mentioned, this took me 3 weeks. I don't even know what made me decide to do this. I mean, since the beginning of this year when I got back into the FNAF fixation, I was like, yes, he's gonna sing Frank Sinatra's My Way, and it's gonna fit him. And it did. Because I think, once again, it was one of those nights where I was listening to music, Frank Sinatra came on, and I was like, let me look up the lyrics. And I saw one lyric that was like, oh my god, that's him. Which one was it? I'm sorry, but the handwriting. Listen, when I'm in the zone, I don't care about the lyrics. And I don't care about the handwriting. So if it doesn't look good, that's because I was just scribbling. But there's like one lyric that like basically was like, yep, that's him. It ranged from I did what I had to do and saw it through with no extension. Of course, he turns to Gregory, and it's, you know, I feel like he was, with that lyric, I was like, he's mentioning, like, it's about Gregory and how he did the right thing towards, like, protecting him. Even though he had to dismantle his friends, or at least watch Gregory do it. The regrets I've had a few. That line was like, oh my god. Here's the line, I did it my way, with him holding Gregory's hand. I'm just like, yep. Yes! And of course the scene with him confronting the band members, the line where he says, yes, there were times I'm sure you knew, which is Gregory being afraid. Or at least knowing that Freddy had to make these decisions. When I bit off more than I could chew, but through it all, when there was doubt, I ate it up and spit it out. I was just like, I was listening to it and I was like, oh my god, it's him. And I stood tall and did it my way. I was like, that's the song. Oh my god. I think that's when I just started grabbing the sketchbook and just started going at it. It's like... And of course, there were some things I had to change. Obviously, none of these look the same as the final cut. I think I had Gregory inside of his hatch, but I changed it because I'm like, Freddy wouldn't have Gregory in his hatch while he's fighting Monty. He wouldn't do that. He would put Gregory in a safe spot before trying to do any of that. So, In the final version, he puts Gregory in like a little basket. In the sketch, I've loved, I've laughed and cried. I've had my share of losing. These two panels, he was supposed to be surrounded by Chica, Roxy, and Bonnie, and then it was just gonna be him. Like, it fades to just him standing there by himself. But I didn't know how to draw it, so... But I was drawing that part and I was like, dang. This whole song is so sad, but it's so Freddy coded. Also, for some reason, I was like, microphone. He's holding his microphone. But the reason was, it was because I was like, he's holding his microphone because that's like a part of him that he's about to get rid of. But then I was like, no, it has to be a plushie because they're in the price counter. And he's gonna have to burn it down anyway, so have him hold a plushie. Speaking of plushies, my son, he's not my son, but wait, hang on. And his boyfriend. And like this one line where he says, and now as tears subside, I find it all so amusing. I'm just... Do I have to explain myself about those lyrics? To think I did all that, and may I say, not in a shy way. Oh no, not me, I did it my way. Honestly, I was really self-indulgent with these panels. As you can see, it's just going to be a pile of toys and him standing over it as it burned. But I changed it because I didn't know how to draw it. Like, it was just going to be him standing in the flames. I don't know. At that point, I was like getting a little edgy, just a little. And during this part, if you can see it, that's Gregory. Him and Gregory were supposed to leave together. Because in this panel, it shows Gregory and Freddy going up the stairs together, sort of. Like, Gregory is in front of Freddy, basically. But I changed it because, like, it didn't make sense. It didn't flow properly until this scene, because Vanny's there. Why would he attack Vanny at that moment if him and Gregory came up together? It just made sense for Gregory to have gotten snatched by Vanny while Freddy wasn't looking. I mean, it made sense. Because then it led to the altercation with him and Vanny, and of course him charging at her. I think that's Gregory. Yeah, that's Gregory. And of course it leads to him running her off the building and going down with her. Of course, it's all paced differently, and you know, but yeah, I mean, the ending's still pretty much the same. It's just the face of acceptance that gets me. And what's so funny, something that I thought about earlier today when after like I had watched the video like 3 different times, I was like, man, I basically made the fire escape ending more nuanced. Because I literally made fun of it when I saw it. I was like, dude, that's so stupid. Why would he just throw himself off the building like that? That makes no sense. Why did he set the fucking Plex on fire? Why is Vanny there? Why are there 2 of them? Why did he do it? Just a lot of questions that just didn't make any sense. Also, he was just so dramatic with the goodbye, Gregory, as he fell to his death. Some bullshit. So I was like, I feel like I've said this so many times, but like this song, this animatic idea was just floating in my head for like months. But then I finally got like the motivation to actually like put it down on paper and then actually work on it. Which is why I'm so proud of myself. Because I'm like, dude, it's been cycling in my brain for like a half year. Like, I'm like, someone has to have done this. No one had. I was also going to do another Frank Sinatra song. It was going to be the world that we knew. Like, the world that we knew. Whatever. I was also going to animate that one, but like, that one, I don't know how to execute that one. Also, I'm pretty sure that one's a love song. I looked it up. I was like, is it a love song? What's the meaning? And then it said, it's a love song. I'm like, oh. Okay. Completely changed what I was gonna do with that animatic. But this one, yeah, my way, that one fit Freddy more. I have so many more animatic ideas for Security Breach, more specifically for Glamrock Freddy. I also had one for Roxy in mind, and maybe even like a Ruin animatic. But, you know, I don't want to burn myself out. That's why so many of my animatics are spaced out. Because, like, I would spend, like, I don't know, like a day or maybe like 2 weeks on animating it and then post it and then just disappear for months because then I'm like, I don't feel like animating right now. I'm done. I've done my animating quota for like the next 3 months. Process is so interesting. My thought process for some of these range from me being in a weird mood or me being self-indulgent. Like the Greatest Show animatic. I mean, I'll probably still do it, but like not right now. Most of these are like I'll do it, but not right now because I have no motivation and or it's just very time consuming. Like I'm telling you, this part where he's rotating, I can't even tell you how I'm gonna do that one because no, that's like frame by frame animation. So I feel like I might end up rambling more about my thought process behind not just the other animatics that I have in mind, but like just about literally anything that I can come up with right now. Watch me make a Tumblr post, a freaking like Tumblr post analysis on the inner workings of my way. I don't know. Anyways, I'm so glad that people like it though, and I'm so glad that I finished it. It's worth it. I'm so glad to see it done, and it's out of my brain now. So, check it out. Check it out, please. I worked so hard on it. It took 3 weeks. It took 3 weeks. Please. Okay, wait, no, no, hang on, I'm so sorry. I'm not trying to catch another case. Listen, I said the only reason why I didn't want to catch another case is because I was charged with, Freddy abuse in the Discord server I was in one time. Never again. I'm treating him very well. Please don't take my son away, please. Anyways, bye-bye. I'm done. Thank you for watching.